as sending this birthday card to a young black child could be taken as offensive.
And you don't know. And Mexicans is making everything.
That's not true.
That's who's in the kitchen. Oh, is that racist? See?
I brought watermelon juice. It was like you know when the record stops and I'm finding the nearest black to me. You hear this shit, right? She brought watermelon juice, like.
I think we are making great strides in terms of progress. There's a lot of things that people are aware of. However, I do feel like there's some degree of annoyance with this whole being PC thing, such that it makes me feel, as a non-black person, that something as innocent as sending this birthday card to a young black child could be taken as offensive. Just wanted to talk about being PC and how I feel like sometimes it's doing too much. Granted, I'm sure intention, and by me sending that card, it's not that I'm calling the child a monkey or comparing the child to a monkey, but there is such a heightened sensitivity among the general public, which of course I'd be sending this to one of my really close friends' kids, and they know that I don't think a certain kind of way or whatever. It just kind of annoys me that I feel like, as a non-black person, that I couldn't send that card, or I shouldn't, just in case it could be construed inappropriately. Maybe that I even have the thought, oh, should I send this? Maybe that is something negative in me. I mean, I don't think so, but somebody could say that, right? So have we taken political correctness too far as a society?
So the context of that was that it was Carter's birthday. And I have the little box of cards from Costco. So I was looking through all the cards to find like which one was cute and like kid-like, childlike. And that was the only one that that was a little youthful. But like I said, I was like, I can't send this to Carter. It was a cute card. I thought it was very cute. And I think any kid would think it was cute, but I didn't send that card because I just didn't think it would be safe.
Well, hey, I wish more people thought like you before they do shit, and maybe we wouldn't be so PC to this day. You're not wrong for thinking that, and it's appreciated as a black person that some people do stop and think of it. Us knowing you, if you sent that for my son's birthday, I'm not gonna be like, oh, so offended, but depending on what kind of mood I'm in, I might be like, oh, really, Tanny? You don't see me with the monkeys? Oh, okay, okay. That's not, But in a joking way, it wouldn't be like, oh my God, who am I friends with? Like, and so it's nice in this heightened climate to be sensitive to it. I think if I was a non-black person, I would feel like, oh, sucks for me. I can't even send this card without feeling like. But then the flip side would be, why does it have to suck for you? Because you being the non-black or any non-black, why does it have to suck that you're being sensitive to any type of thing that could be misconstrued as racial? It's like, that's a good thing to be sensitive to that.
Yeah.
So I can see it both ways, like, because I'm a person, like, I don't give a fuck, like, that's not how I meant it. They take it like that, oh well. It's nice that you are conscious of it, and at the same time, it's sad that is where we're at in 2018. So I can see all angles, but yeah, you might have heard a little jokey joke from me about it, just because like, I see this monkey, and if it was anybody else giving me this shit, then I'm cutting them off. They missed some this shit. They sure did. They slick. That's my thoughts on it. Yes, it's good to be sensitive, but I'm sure no one likes to walk on eggshells, period, no matter the situation. It is what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm a PC person. Like, I say a lot of sketch things. That's why I try to keep my thoughts and comments in my circle, because like I couldn't be on prime time because I say a lot of weird shit, and I stand by it. So as a Black person, I also wouldn't send a Black person something with monkeys. But then I would also not send a white person anything with monkeys because.
So you have feelings against monkeys, or
No, anybody. I mean, anybody. Something that's offensive to some people can then just take on a general stigma. So in case people who are Black have a stigma about monkeys, I wouldn't send it. And in case people who are not Black are aware of the stigma about monkeys that Black people have, they might have developed a stigma against monkeys too. So I wouldn't buy a monkey. I know if I seen a monkey card, I wouldn't choose it. Or if I saw something with monkeys on it, I would just, I would just go for something else, because that is one of those just very known like things. Like if there were little baby crackers on a card, I wouldn't give it to.
baby crackers.
Like little
crackers are full grown always. There's no.
Be a baby cracker.
I guess if it were a bunch of jungle animals, like a little baby lion and a little baby giraffe and a little baby monkey and a little baby bear or whatever, that probably wouldn't have struck that thing. But it was 4 little monkeys on a branch and making little funny faces and stuff. And yeah, it just seemed inappropriate and not safe ground.
It reminds me of a time, I don't remember, it was a barbecue. It was predominantly Black, but I remember a non-Black came to the party and they brought watermelon juice. And and I know they didn't mean nothing by it, but do I know? Because I didn't know the rest. But then when I brought watermelon juice, it was like, when the record stops and I'm finding the nearest Black to me. You hear this shit, right? She brought watermelon juice, like, but I think that's an initial first reaction, and it's like, especially, I don't know this person, I just hear they're so proud they brought this watermelon juice to this nigga event. I don't know what this is about. Like, so I think, yes, it's that first jarring, like, watermelon juice, and then you may talk to the person and they're like, oh yeah, I'm growing watermelons in my garden and I have nothing to do with them. So it's like, oh, okay. But yeah, the initial is like, this racist bitch. Did you bring the fried chicken too? Like that's how. So I think as just a Black person, we're on high alert always to weed out. Oh, there's a racist in the room. They brought the watermelon juice. Don't drink it.
Because it's like, and that one's it's kind of like overt. It's like, it's something that's a way back thing, So like if somebody well-meaning might say to your baby, oh, look at you little monkey, you're so cute. And I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about, blood? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I feel like that's just as obvious as, I don't know, something you shouldn't say to a little Asian baby or to a little Mexican baby. Like, look at you little taco. Like, that would be like,
or for instance, when I used to swaddle Kane when he was an infant, you swaddle the baby, I would be, you just wrap it like a little burrito. But would I say that to a little Mexican baby? No. I'm not going to tell a little Mexican baby, look at her, she just wrapped up like a little burrito. They're going to be like, bitch. So I can say it to my son, but I would not choose that phrase to say to a little Mexican baby swaddle. Even though that little baby looked like a little burrito too to me. Any baby swaddle looks like a little burrito.
Yeah, I knew this sounded familiar because this was in the news like this week. So I don't know if you heard, Tanny, in Florida, there's like this Black mayor who's gonna run for. Oh, you're in Florida, so you should know this shit.
I thought that's why you were asking her.
He's gonna run for governor, right? And then on the Democrat side. So then this Republican front runner who's gonna run for governor said something about monkeying things up, like what did he say?
Something about making a mess. Basically, was saying like, oh, you're gonna make a mess of it, aka monkey it up.
Yeah. So Republican Ron DeSantis said on Fox News Wednesday that voters should not monkey this up by voting for his Democratic opponent, Tallahassee Mayor Andrew Gillum, who is Black. So it's like, It might have come just, but you don't say.
I've never heard that. It's like monkey business is a phrase. Like,
yeah, or muck this up, muck this
muck
up,
it up.
muck it
But
up.
I never heard monkey
this
it
up.
up.
So people took it as like kind of like,
You
oh, we
know,
see you,
yeah.
bitch. So
Got another one.
so it's just like, why? Don't do that. So anyway, this is a PC world, which can be annoying. But monkey is such a big thing that I don't think people are being overly sensitive if they're being sensitive about being called a monkey or compared to a monkey
or the H&M case where the little young model, he was black and it had a monkey in it.
Coolest monkey in the jungle or something.
Yeah, some phrase, but the monkey's on the monkey bars or some hanging some kind of way, I believe. And then the other kids in the campaign had all different animals, so it was like, why they just didn't give the monkey to a different kid? It was like, this was going to cause something. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, again, like you said, it's up for interpretation. His mom didn't have a problem with it. She was like, I was there, I approved it, it wasn't a problem. And so that's, again, some people get offended, some don't, but they were in the UK. So things are a little different than in America as far as black and white and racism and innuendos. Maybe monkey isn't a thing in the UK. I don't know, but I thought it was universally like.
If it's not a thing there, they should know that they're like an international brand, and that should be on their radar with probably United States. If United States is not their biggest market, it should be their second biggest market. Who is ever on their marketing team is just stupid. It's not about whether mom gave a fuck or not. They should have been like, oh, somebody might cause a shit. Switch with the elephant. You know what I'm saying?
But they never do.
Dumb as shit.
They never do.
Yeah.
All they need is like two people of color on the one ratchet and one educated to balance the shit out. You need two people of color, one ratchet, one educated. They're gonna let you know if this campaign is right or not. Like, oh no, yeah.
It's far-reaching, these stereotypes, and they definitely go way back, right? Like the blackface newspaper ads and all these racist visuals that were created in the United States. And so I say it's far-reaching because I was watching, I think, that show Ugly Delicious that I had mentioned before when we were talking about seafood boils, and the episode was about fried chicken. And so it's this Asian guy who's the host of the show. And so whatever the episode is about, he's going to different places across the country that specialize in whatever it is that they're making. He was speaking to somebody from an Asian culture. I don't know if it was Japan or China or what, but I think that they were going to be hosting Black people, or I don't remember the details of the story, but in their country, they made a dinner of fried chicken and they had watermelon because they thought that that's what Black people want to eat, that these messages, right, that have been sent and set up throughout this historical context led them to seriously believe, like not even like stereotypically, but really think that this is what these people want to eat. So we were trying to be good hosts and trying to make food, for these Black Americans or whatever. And I might be butchering the whole context, but it was something like to that effect. Probably because I have taken AFAM classes and I am friends with a lot of Black people, that I do have an awareness about these kinds of things. So I guess that's good on me, that I do have an awareness and that I'm not just ignorant to it. Huh?
You said your husband's Black.
My husband's Black too. Yeah, and he was like, you didn't send the card, did you? And I was like, no, I didn't send the card. I guess it's better to be aware and have some sense of consciousness about those things and those messages, and how, even though I thought the card was very cute, just not being part of that kind of ignorance and absent-mindedness, I guess.
And then you were talking about how the Asians were serving this meal and like not even as a stereotype, but isn't that that is the stereotype? I know what you mean. They're doing out of the goodness of their heart, but that's the whole stereo. Like it is perceived that is what we like. That's what we want. So although they didn't mean it bad naturedly, they still fell into the stereotype. Whether they tried to or not, that is the stereotype. That's what we like.
If you're in another country, though, you usually want to have the food of that country. So
Right.
if you're in another country and you're hosting people, it would seem like you would want to present them like with an original, like where are they in Asia, original Japanese dish or
Right.
original Cantonese dish, like, you know what I mean? What the
Mhm.
hell? I will eat any fried chicken that's cracking. I don't care who made it.
Well, most of the time you don't even know.
And you don't know. And Mexicans is making everything.
That's not true.
That's who's in the kitchen. Oh, is that racist? See? But no.
I don't know if it's racist, it's just a generalization. It's not true. It's a general. I don't think that's.
PC. See? It's a good example. But so you, like being a Mexican American, are there like hot things for you?
Well, yeah, for sure. You know, the whole fiery, hot Latina, spicy, just, I don't know. There was a man at the farmer's market. He was like a halfway homeless man, like a cleaned up homeless man that was trying to act like he had his stuff together, but he just got out of the hospital and whatever. He had his little hospital band. So he took to me and my little neighbor vendor lady. And so he was standing around us and hanging around and having conversation. And so he said that I was hot, that I was very hot. And that wasn't the, stereotypical part. He was like, oh, well, look at you. You're so beautiful. You're hot. You must be married. This was like, yeah, I'm married. And then he said something to the effect of like, oh, well, I bet you spice it up, or I bet you like something like spicy, fiery, you're Latina, so blah, 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 And so it was just like, whatever, just like, well, no, that's not even my personality in general, but whatever, just, brush it off. So there's kind of that kind of thing. And even sometimes it was annoying, like when Martin would mess around about like Latinos, or whatever, just like, and nobody really going around. I mean, yes, but we don't go around doing that. You know what I'm saying? So there are things that are like annoying,